The mazar of Bawa Muhaiyaddeen is located in a rural area of Pennsylvania, some 65 kilometers west of Philadelphia. Surrounded by trees, the tranquil setting is a fitting resting place for Bawa Muhaiyaddeen. Followers of the Sufi preacher say his message of peace and love changed their lives. One of those followers is Abdul Jabbar, an American convert to Sufism.
It was like being in a fog where everything's out of focus, and suddenly you see one thing that's clear and in focus. And that's what Bawa was like.
Bawa Muhaiyaddeen came to America from Sri Lanka in 1971 and devoted the next 15 years of his life to building a religious community in Pennsylvania. He started by offering public meetings open to all. Muhammad Abdul Razak was one of Bawa's American students.
These men who came didn't speak the language, had no money, had nothing, and then the whole community was built in 15 years from that.
Little is known about Bawa Muhaiyaddeen's early life. Some say that pilgrims saw the holy man in the jungles of Sri Lanka in the early 1900s. During his years in the US, he became a widely respected religious teacher. He introduced his followers to zikr, a form of meditation, and to the central tenets of Sufism: tolerance, universal love, and mystical union with God. His disciple Ahmad Granoff explains.
There was a great saint that came to America who demonstrated that a human being is capable of loving all lives as his own life. And that generosity of heart, I think, is the why of our institutions.
In Sufism, the relationship between the teacher and the pupil is essential. The teacher transmits the divine light from his heart to the heart of the students. This was reflected in the teachings of Bawa Muhaiyaddeen, who taught through the use of stories. He did not read or write, but the transcriptions of his talks have been made into more than 25 books. Bawa Muhaiyaddeen's teachings have changed many lives, says Muhammad Abdul Latif, a convert to Islam.
I was born and raised a Catholic and thoroughly enjoyed that experience.
But a meeting with Bawa Muhaiyaddeen, says Muhammad Abdul Latif, changed his own life.
This is the only association I had with Islam, was this incredibly kind, gentle, sweethearted, but absolutely clear person who seemed to understand what it is that people had within their own heart, and also understood what it was that they needed to get rid of within themselves, that those things that were separating them from Allah. So for me, having met a Muslim and perhaps having those kinds of experiences changed every part of my life from that point on.
Bawa Muhaiyaddeen died in 1986, leaving behind an established Sufi community with a central mosque in Philadelphia and local branches across the United States. For VOA Urdu service, Imran Siddiqui in Chester County, Pennsylvania.